Welcome to the world of kindness, where the quietest voices often carry the loudest stories. Have you ever noticed someone who seems distant, lost in their own world, and wondered what they might be going through? Today we re-diving into a story that reminds us how a small act of kindness can change everything. This is the story of Ethan Miller, a gentle-hearted cafe manager in the beautiful city of Portland, Oregon, and a young woman named Lily Carter. Imagine a cozy cafe filled with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and the soft murmur of conversations. This was Ethan's world. Every morning, he'd see Lily Carter come in. She was soft-spoken, almost invisible, always choosing the same small table by the window. She'd sit there alone, staring outside as if she was waiting for life itself to get better. She never bothered anyone, and her presence was as quiet as the steam rising from her cup. But Ethan noticed. He noticed the way her gaze seemed fixed on something far away, the subtle sadness that lingered in her eyes even when she offered a polite, fleeting smile. To anyone else, she was just another customer. To Ethan, she was a story waiting to be heard, even if she never spoke a word of it. One rainy Monday, the kind of day that makes the world feel a little gloomier, Ethan saw Lily's hands trembling as she tried to lift her coffee cup. It was a small detail, but it screamed of a struggle hidden beneath the surface. He felt a gentle pull, a need to reach out. He walked over to her table, his footsteps soft on the wooden floor, and asked in a quiet voice, "Are you okay?" Lily looked up, startled, as if pulled from a deep trance. She whispered, "It's nothing," but her tired eyes and the forced, fragile smile she managed to put on told Ethan everything he needed to know. Her words said one thing, but her soul was crying out for help. Ethan understood something profound in that moment. Pushing her for answers would only make her retreat further into her shell. So instead of asking more questions, he did something incredibly simple yet powerful. He just sat with her, pulled up a chair, offered a warm, silent presence, and refilled her cup without a word. He didn't invade her space or demand her story. He simply shared his time, letting her know she wasn't alone in her silent struggle. It was an offering of companionship, a quiet declaration that someone saw her, truly saw her. That day, the rain outside seemed a little less cold, and the silence in the cafe became a comforting blanket. Day after day, Ethan continued this gentle ritual. He'd greet her with a genuine smile, bring her coffee, and sometimes just sit near her.
Ice.
Working on his own tasks, creating a space of quiet solidarity. He witnessed her hiding her pain behind polite words and distant gazes. He never pressed, never judged. He simply offered a safe haven, a place where she could just be, without any pretense. He knew that kindness wasn't about fixing people, but about being there for them while they found the strength to fix themselves. His consistent, gentle presence was like a steady lighthouse in her storm, a constant beacon of hope she could count on every single morning. Then, one evening, as the last rays of sunlight faded and Ethan was getting ready to close the cafe, Lily was still there. The usual polite mask she wore had crumbled. As Ethan gently wiped down the counter, the silence was broken by a soft sob. Lily finally broke down, the walls she had built so carefully around herself collapsing. With tears streaming down her face, she confessed everything. She had lost her job a few months ago. Soon after, she had lost her apartment. She was staying with a friend temporarily, feeling like a burden, and had almost lost all hope. She didn't want to bother anyone with her problems, so she had been carrying this immense weight all by herself. In that moment of raw vulnerability, Ethan didn't offer empty platitudes or lectures. He didn't say, "You should have told me sooner or everything will be okay." Instead, he listened. He listened with his whole heart, validating her pain and her fear. Then, he translated his kindness into action. He told her about a local women's shelter where he volunteered, a safe place that could offer her stability and support. He sat down with her and helped her put together a simple, clean resume, highlighting her skills and strengths. He even remembered a friend who owned a small floral shop and was looking for part-time help. He made a call right then and there and arranged an introduction for Lily. He didn't solve her problems for her. He gave her the tools and the connections to start solving them herself. Weeks turned into a month. One sunny afternoon, the bell on the cafe door chimed, and in walked Lily. But this was a different Lily. Her shoulders were back, her eyes were bright, and she had a genuine, radiant smile on her face. She was no longer the ghost by the window. She walked confidently to the counter, holding a small, beautiful bouquet of flowers she had arranged herself. Her eyes welled up with tears, but this time they were tears of gratitude. She looked at Ethan and said, her voice filled with emotion, "Thank you. Thank you for hearing the words I never spoke." Her simple, powerful statement hung in the air, a testament to the profound connection they had formed. Ethan smiled, a warm, knowing smile. He looked at the vibrant bouquet, a symbol of her new beginning, and replied softly, "Sometimes, kindness begins where words end." It was a simple truth, but it held the weight of their entire journey. The kindness he had offered so freely hadn't just been a nice gesture. It had been a lifeline. It had reshaped her entire world, giving her the courage to fight back, and the strength she found within herself, nurtured by his quiet support, helped her rebuild everything she thought she had lost forever. She didn't just find a job, she found her footing. She didn't just find a place to live, she found her sense of self-worth again. This story, the story of Ethan and Lily, carries a powerful moral that we can all take to heart. Never, ever ignore the pain that might be hiding behind someone's "I'm fine." We live in a world where people are taught to be strong, to hide their struggles, to not be a burden. But sometimes the strongest people are the ones who are quietly falling apart on the inside. A person's smile can be a mask, and their silence can be a cry for help. Ethan's story teaches us that true empathy isn't about grand gestures. It's about paying attention. It's about noticing the trembling hands, the tired eyes, the forced smile. It's about offering a moment of your time, a listening ear, or a simple act of support, without expecting anything in return. Think about it. How many people in our own lives might be saying, "I'm fine," when they really need someone to see past the words? Could be a coworker, a friend, a family member, or even a stranger at a cafe. We all have the power to be an Ethan for someone. We have the power to offer that quiet corner of the world where someone feels safe enough to finally be vulnerable. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness, a listening ear, a shared silence, a helping hand, can become the crucial turning point in someone's life. It can be the one thing that helps them find their way back from the brink, the one spark that helps them relight their own fire. So let's make a pact, right here, right now. Let's promise to look a little closer, to listen a little deeper, and to act with a little more compassion. Let's be the reason someone believes in the goodness of people again. Because as Ethan and Lily's story shows us, kindness is the language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see. It costs us nothing, but it can be priceless to the person receiving it. Thank you so much for joining me today and for letting me share this beautiful story with you. If it touched your heart, please consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story. Remember to be kind, not just to others, but to yourself as well. We'll see you in the next video.